Excellennial here with another story-based Excel tutorial. And today I'm going to be talking about Megan, the fashion and beauty blogger. Now, Megan is challenging herself this month with her writing. She decided to restrict her word count for the next few posts to help her become a better blogger. She has a list of her previous 10 posts and the word count for each. What is the fastest way for her to find a slightly lower word count to guide this challenge? Let's try the round down function. All right, everyone, here is the breakdown of her blog posts, the word count for those blog posts, and then our newest column that we're going to be working in, the new word count limit. So how we're going to be using this function is taking the word count from her previous blog posts, and we're going to be rounding that number down. You can see that these are actually already the answers, and the function is programmed up here. I'm going to walk through how I did it really quick, and these are the results showing that it was just rounded down to the thousandth mark. So instead of 1,882 words, it went down to 1,800 flat. So that's how it goes through based on how I programmed it. Now let me eliminate all of this and I'll show you how we did that for Megan. So as usual, because it's a function, we're going to use the equal symbol to start it and type in round, and that'll bring up all of the round options, and here we'll select round down. Now from here, the first thing that's required is the number that you're rounding. In this case, we're going to select cell B2. We always want to stay in that same row. Since we're working on row 2, we're going to stay in that same row and select B2. So our function is being programmed in cell C2. The information we're processing is in cell B2, and we're staying focused on that row 2. From here, we're going to type comma because that's the number. We've already selected our number. And the second portion is the num digits. The whole idea behind this is telling Excel what it needs to round to. I had it set to, as you can see down here, -2. When we finish that off, what it does is it rounds to that even mark. And the other options really just give you where you want the numbers to round. So if I change it to -1, it rounds to the 50s or the 10s. So you can see if I drag this down, it's going to round to the closest. Like this one goes to 11724 to 11720, and you can see going down here, it just goes to the closest 0. Now that's just for -1. And then, like I said before, I selected -2, which rounds a little further. And that's what we're going to go with for Megan's word count and her new word count limit. Now, this is a very simple function that can be used for rounding down word count or finances or all kinds of other things. But in this case, because it's just a word count, it's really simple in terms of how far you want it to round down to. If you type in -3 instead of 1 or 2, it'll actually go a little further and round at the third number. So that's the other option, is that what you're really looking at here is the number that's being round. So if you look at -1, you can see it's looking at the first number in the series of 4 numbers, or in this case here in the series of 3 numbers. So the first number, 7 here, that's what's being rounded down. And that's what you can see was rounded here. -2 rounds that second number. So instead of rounding the 7 down, it rounds the 5 down to 0. If you type in 3, what it's rounding is it's the third number in, the 1 here. That's what's being rounded down. See the rest of them so I can show you the full example of that. Now you can see all of them were round down from the third number. So here where there's only 3 digits, it actually rounds down to 0. That's not exactly what Megan wants, but that shows you exactly how far all of these go. So when you change this to -4, it rounds down the 4th number and brings all of these to 0 because all of them have only 4 or less numbers. Now I'm going to go ahead and change all of these back to 2 really quick because that's actually what Megan was looking for. And then from there, we would actually go and copy this column C, and paste it with values. I'll have a link in the description below of how to actually do that from another video that I made with Nathan the Novice. Now overall, this is a pretty quick way for Megan to get a nice number for her to have as her new word count guide. Now she can actually use her challenge and properly test her abilities as a blogger. If you have any questions about this process, please leave a comment in the section below. And until next time, have fun excelling.